It's time for Sports 56 Happy Hour on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM. Now let's have some fun. Here is your host, Johnny Radio.
Yo. Welcome into a little Sports 56 Happy Hour. I am your buddy, Johnny Radio. I got Jay Morgan Harder in the house. Our good buddy intern, Connor, is up in this hizzy. He ain't playing no games. And let me tell you a little secret. Steph Curry ain't playing no games either. Third quarter, Warriors were balling. Jason Tatum shrunk. Woo-hoo-hoo-wee! We got us a series. 1-1. NBA Finals is rolling. We also have a lot of losers out there. I don't know if you know this, but the Los Angeles Angels, they have Mike Trout, they have Shohei Ohtani. They have some actually good players. They've lost 11 straight baseball games.
Taylor Wells, isn't that the guy's name? That's really the outfielder Wells.
He's not bad.
He's not really bad. Good as well.
He's really good as well.
He is, man. I'm telling you.
He is really good
Not good enough where I would remember his name, but good enough to know that I know they have another good outfielder.
We have a fun show for you because
it's only 30 minutes.
I was getting ready to tell the people. They didn't know this. You just burst the bubble. You just burst the bubble. Speaking of bursting the bubble, I found out something that was very interesting this weekend. Did you hear Gabe Kuhn and Brett Norsworthy's show on Friday?
I listened to every second of it, but, remind me what they said. If this is from 3 to 6 on Sports 56, AM 560, 98.5 FM, Brett Norsworthy at Gabe Kuhn, G_Kuhn71 at Brett Norsworthy. Anyway, John, what did they say?
They said they played the Rusty Harden clip last Friday. Did you hear about the Rusty Harden clip?
Did we talk about it, or did I see that
after
our show was over?
No, we did not. It was after our show was over. If I knew that happy endings were not illegal and they were just normal, then why did Robert Kraft get in trouble?
They're not necessarily illegal. It can be illegal, but they're not necessarily illegal.
I don't know. He's a lawyer. He's also
Isn't that what he
kinfolk.
said? Wasn't it necessarily?
Yes. He's like, it's not necessary. I don't know. I just want you to know I've been living my life a little different. Okay? I've been living a little different out there. Again, thank you, Rusty, for helping me out. My kinfolk again.
Maybe you should hire him as a lawyer.
No, he's my kinfolk, man. If
so you don't even have to hire him. He's like on retainer.
Whenever I want to party, I'll call James Harden.
Blood retainer.
Yeah, blood retainer. But what a weekend it was. I hope everybody had fun. I know I did. I went to Brit Floyd last night at the Orpheum. I will tell you something. Brit Floyd plays just as good as Pink Floyd. I heard a little Wish You Were Here, Comfortably Numb. Orpheum, one of the most underrated venues.
Love the Orpheum.
Period. Oh, my gosh.
I like plays and musicals, to be honest with you. Is that embarrassing? Should I be embarrassed by that? I love play. I consider myself a song and dance man, John.
Wait, are you being dead serious?
I am a song and dance man. I think my original calling was the theater.
Oh, really?
It should have been. I'm a theater John.
You probably would be really good if you did, what is that called? There's like the Phantom of the Opera. You could be the Phantom.
HMS Pinafore. You ever seen that one? It's like a British comedy. Never mind. Don't worry about it.
HMS?
That's what the British call their ships. HMS whatever. So
I
this
thought
is
that
HMS
was highly
Pinafore.
misogynistic. But it's okay.
My bad.
I didn't know what you meant. I was like, my goodness, look at him out here just talking crazy.
No. HMS Pinafore is a play. People have seen it.
By the way, though, I do want to tell you the reason we have a short show today, and you will not hear Anthony or Peter today from 1 to 3 on Sports 56 Grind Time, because we have Ole Miss baseball at 11:30. Pregame is going to start. We have a big game. Ole Miss. Them Rebels be playing that Arizona team. You know that?
That's right, John. Well, do you know that?
Yes, I know that. And do you know this? That if they do lose, they do have a second chance, and they will then play again at, quote, scheduled time at 5:30.
Wow.
So we might not be able to hear Gabe and Stats today either. So just bear with us. Ole Miss baseball, we are the home of the Ole Miss Rebels. We're going to take care of you. I hope Ole Miss takes care of business, wins the first game, moves on, bing, bang, boom, life is good. And you might actually hear a little bit of Gabe and Stats. Now, if they lose the first game, I can guarantee you.
Or if it goes like 18 innings, you probably won't hear Gabe and Stats today.
It's probably true.
That'd be a great baseball game. It goes 18 innings, so I tell you.
Or if we have a bunch of rain. Because
that's right.
I don't know if you know this, but it rains in Florida.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Coral Gables.
Really nice
high pressure systems come through, right? It's a wave of clouds. The bottom falls out, then it's sunny. That's Florida for you.
That is Florida for you. But I got to ask you something, Jay.
Please do, John.
Because I really didn't know how to do a 30-minute show.
Why not, John? I think you just take.
I can't fit everything in.
Really?
I can't. I have so much I want to talk about. So
No kidding.
Tuesday is going to be Buck Wild.
Yeah.
Straight up Buck Wild.
That's great.
Is that great?
Well, John, generally over the course of a segment, you'll talk about at least 10 topics. So if we have, I don't know, 6 segments a day, that's like 60 topics. Can you fit 60 topics into 30 minutes, John?
I don't think I can.
I think you can. If anyone could do it, John, it would be you.
Oh, that would be so sweet. I have to start talking like the Micro Machine guy. Do you remember that?
Like Eminem or like Busta Rhymes. You know,
No.
Can't stop now.
I agree with you 100%. But do you all know what Micro Machines are?
They're small machines, if I'm going micro.
So I am an old person. When I was a kid, we had such bad toys that they made mini, what do they call it? Little, what are those things? Box cars?
Oh, yeah, like little race cars.
Little things
where
that you push.
You push it back and it zoom.
No.
I don't know.
Like they don't do anything. They just kind of like. Anyway, somebody at 901-360-8255 at the AutoZone text and listener line.
No, you described it well. They'll
Hit
know.
me up. It was a normal box car, which is, by the way, a very small car that fits in your hand. Then they made them micro, and they called them Micro Machines. And there was a guy that came out, and he talked 100 miles per hour. Google it.
Micro machines.
No, he didn't say that. But it's okay.
Monday. Oh, he was like one of those auctioneers.
Yeah, actually, you know what? That's a perfect way to put it.
Really?
It really is a perfect way to put it. But I will tell you one thing. I'm going to put it out there right now. Jason Tatum? Are you kidding me? Like, how do you look at this series? It's tied 1-1. Boston's got to feel good going home. They got 3 at the crib. You know what I'm saying? They got 3 more games to close out at their house.
That's right.
Boston has not lost back-to-back games in this playoffs. Period. Every time they lose, they come back, they put the slap down. But I'll tell you one thing: the way Jason Tatum's playing in this finals, like he had an opportunity to elevate himself to one of the best players in the NBA, but he looked like he had an L on his head from Dylan Brooks. I don't know if you know this. He had 21 points in the first half. He had 7 in the second half. He shot 33%. He couldn't get anything done, and he had the worst plus minus. And I know you hate this, Mr. Coach.
I don't hate plus minus, but the picture that you're about to paint of plus minus, I do hate. But go ahead and say it first.
It's the worst game in the history of his life.
Where'd you get that information from, John?
Let's see.
Is it not from intern Connor?
Minus 36. Yes, I did get it from intern Connor. How did you know?
Because he just spoiled the beans and said he said it. Even though I just said to him a minute ago, that's a stupid stat, I hate it. He decided to send it to you so that I could say it's stupid on the radio instead of just in here just to him.
Negative 36. That's minus, by the way, 3-6. And 8-3-6 Mafia. It ain't nothing good.
Wow.
When you're negative 36, that's why you get blown out. And I'm going to tell you something.
To be fair, though, John, first half, I will agree with you if I'm going to criticize Jason Tatum, trying to force the action too much. So, like, they knew the Warriors were going to switch. They get one switch where it's like Poole or somebody smaller guarding Tatum, and rather than work the ball around and drive at him, we're just going to isolate and go one-on-one. Well, now you got all these guys waiting to help. I don't care how much of a mismatch you have, especially when you're driving to the rim. That was my criticism of Tatum. But in the second half, though, they were just fouling him. I mean, to be perfectly blunt with it. And in the fourth quarter, he didn't play. But in the third quarter, they were just hacking him. Literally, every time he would go to the basket, they would hack him. So I got to give him a pass on his second half scoring in that regard. They were really just fouling him and making somebody else beat him, and no one else could.
You know what? I didn't hear a thing you just said.
I didn't expect you to, John, but hopefully the audience did.
That's the point. Isn't that the point? It's the theater of the mind.
He was also, I don't think that applies to this situation, but radio is theater of the mind. They wouldn't have known you weren't listening, John, unless you just painted that picture in the theater. That's why I'm a song and dance man. But he was also forcing against the split, like he would force against, if they're hedging hard on a ball screen, he's trying to split the action. He would turn the ball over. He was trying to drive on Bielitsa. Bielitsa played good defense on him. Really impressed by the defense that guy played. Didn't foul once, forced him 0 for 3. Good D by Bielitsa on Jason Tatum.
It was great defense. Man, you spoke again. Why is it that whenever time you speak, I just completely start thinking about other things?
John, is that just me? I feel like that's pretty much if anybody speaks to you.
Oh, really?
I don't think it's individual. I mean, maybe it is. Maybe I'm boring as hell, which, you know what? Maybe. But also, John, I think you would do that no matter who is speaking.
I would never, ever say you're boring as hell. Because
no, that's why I said it for you. You don't have to.
Yeah, thank you. And by the way, I just want you to know that I actually like Jay.
Thanks, John.
No matter what anybody says.
Despite what you might say on the radio, we're pals.
We're buddies. But I will say one thing. Steph Curry, is he the most likable player on the court but when he's in a post-game press conference or if he's doing anything else, why can't I can't stand him. When he opens up his
I have
mouth,
a theory.
I want to slap him.
I have a theory.
I just want to watch him play basketball.
I have a theory
And
about
he's
it.
the most boring human being in the world, and he just sounds so bougie when he's up there sitting there talking. He's like, last night,
Wow. Is that your Steph Curry?
Like him. I don't like it.
That was a good impression.
That's just how he
You
sounds.
nailed it. No, I do. I have a theory about why people don't like Steph Curry when he talks, and not like him, just why people are like, what's this guy? It looks like he always knows a secret. Like he's got this little smirk that is always there on his face. Like it's just one side of his face. He has this little smirk that implies that I know something or I've got a secret that I want to tell, but I'm not going to say it. It's very unsettling when he talks like that.
It really is unsettling. I'm going to be honest with you. Steph, you might be the greatest shooter in the world, but you will never be a J.J. Redick or a C.J. McCollum or a Patrick Beverly.
Wait, why?
Because
Why?
they're never going to invite him to First Take because Steph Curry can't talk. He's just so annoying. By the way, C.J. McCollum today, like you can tell he's the part of the Players Association.
And he's got that podcast. It's really good.
He didn't say jack, though, today. He was, very reserved. In fact, that was the quietest I've ever seen Stephen A. Smith today as I was watching my stuff, eating my breakfast.
I'm Stephen A.
By the way, what do I have for breakfast?
I don't know.
2 D8s and a cup of coffee,
Wheaties.
Holmes.
Oatmeal.
Do you know where I get my D8? Hemp 2.0, brother. 3670 South Houston Levee Road. It's in Collierville. I'm telling you, head on out to Hemp 2.0. They're going to take care of you. Find out what hemp can do for you. It's about lifestyle. It's about health, and it's also about wellness. And it's not just about your own personal wellness. They have CBD dog treats for dogs. If your dog's getting a little bit older and his bones are getting a little brittle, he's getting a little arthritis action, you know what you need to do? Help them hips. Help them joints. Give him some CBD treats. I'm telling you, it's the real deal with Holyfield. And I'm going to tell you, I went to Pink Floyd last night. Well, Brit Floyd, I apologize. Brit Floyd. It's a Pink Floyd cover band. Do you know what I did right before I went to the Brit Floyd? I smoked a Pickwood. Do you know what a Pickwood is?
What is it, John?
It is a blunt with a glass tip, and it's 2-gram blunt rolled in keef. It's Delta 8. It's got 9. It's got 10. The THCO, the V, the P. It's got it all, baby. All you have to do is go out to 3670 South Houston Levee Road. If you want some D8s, if you want a little lift, THC lift, by the way, THCO lift is out of control good. It's at 3670 South Houston Levee Road. It is in Collierville. Guess what, Jay?
What, John?
I'm standing in the box.
Hey, John.
Hello, Jay.
Good to talk to you today.
Hey, by the way, it's nice to see you. You're not as... You know that you look better on a Monday than you do on a Friday?
Well, by the Friday, John, I've had to deal with you all week, so I'm gassed every Friday. You know what I mean? Like I am spent on Fridays. But on Mondays, I just recuperate from the week, and I got all the energy in the world. I'm ready to roll. You know.
I agree and I believe. I definitely agree and I believe. Now, I want to say one more thing.
Please do,
I know
John.
you're about in the box. You're going to ask me some
No,
questions.
you're in the box, John. I'm pitching. I'm on the mound.
I'm in the box. You're on the mound.
Is that what I am? Am I on the mound?
As you're towing the rubber, okay, I'm getting ready for the pitch. But I do want to remind me, we do have baseball bets today. And we do want to give a few bets out before the end of the show.
Well, John, I think you just wrote my own question for me.
Oh, really? Well, go ahead and do your job.
John, today we have baseball games. We do have college games. We also have some MLB games. The board is wide open to bet, John. I heard a rumor that you have baseball bets today, John. What are some of them? What are your best plays of the day?
Ooh-wee, baby. Let me tell you a little secret. I told you the Angels have lost 11 straight, did I not? Did I not tell you the Angels
You
have
said it,
lost?
John.
Do you know why I've been telling you that?
Because it's true.
Because eventually they're going to win.
That's right. But you would have thought maybe that would come after 6 games or 7 games.
Yep, but you know what? If we've gone 11 straight losing games, it's called the dew factor. And not only
I love a good dew factor.
it's not just the dew, and I'm not talking about the Mountain Dew, the Diet Dew, or hey, did you know they have Mountain Dew with alcohol?
I do.
How'd you know that? I just found that out this weekend.
A bunch of people I follow on the internet are spokespeople for it.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
Spencer Hall from Every Day Should Be Saturday.
Interesting. But you know what? Mountain Dew is a big old thing. But nothing's bigger than Noah Syndergaard. They call him Thor. I think he's like a Marvel character.
That's right.
He has
Thor.
a hammer.
He's also a Indian god.
An Indian
or
god?
a Norse god.
A Norse god?
Norse god. He's a Norse god.
Is
That's
that
right.
like somebody from way up there in the Icelandic area?
Sure.
Sounds good. Noah
He's a
Syndergaard,
hammer,
though,
too, by the way.
is pitching today. Angels at home. They've lost 11 straight. Michael Wacha is pitching for Boston. A lot of guys that know the Cardinals will remember Michael Wacha. Let's be real. I know he's 3-1 with a 2.43 ERA.
He's actually pitching well.
I know. please. You know what's going to happen? The
do
factor.
Oh, I knew it.
He's going to go down. Noah Syndergaard, Thor is going to go up, and the Angels are going to get the dub tonight, and you can get the Los Angeles Angels for just minus 120. Bing, bang, boom. You're welcome. I just made you rich.
Is that the only one?
I mean, that's the one I'm pounding.
Oh, we're pounding that one.
I'm pounding that.
Pounding that junt inside, as
Pound
you would
that
say.
Jun inside. Yes, sir. I'm
Wow.
pounding that. And by the way, you know that's a very small card today. There's only, I think, 6 games?
Yeah, but you also have all these college games we're talking about. I didn't know if one of your games that you're betting on went over that realm as
I
well.
don't bet on college kids.
I don't blame you, John.
I just feel that it's...
Except in football and basketball.
You know what? You just blew my mind.
Well, I mean, you should stop betting on them in football and basketball, too. If you want my opinion, my amateur gambling opinion is I wouldn't bet on college kids in any sport. Screw them. They're not dependable. They're kids. John, they could be affected one game to the next because, like, a girl was nice to them in a bar and the next day didn't text them. Like, that could affect the game. So why in the world would I bet on these kids?
You know what? That's pretty genius, by the way. And I will tell you something. I agree with that because I know that there's been a couple guys out there, young college kids who, I don't know if you know this, professional guys know you can't put in the work the night before
Unless you're James
you
Harden.
play a game. And
Unless you're one of the best in the world, which is why they can get away with it. College kids, I got the news for you. None of them are the best in the world.
nope, they're college
They're
kids.
college kids.
Except for that 0.5%.
Even not even that's that high, maybe 0.25%.
Maybe. But that's my big bet of the day. Again, we're pounding the Angels who have lost 11 in a row. We don't have any basketball tonight, but we do have some hockey. So, Jay, can I ask you a question while I'm in the box?
Wow, you're going to throw it the other way. You're throwing the ball back. You're charging the mound, as it were.
Actually, you know what? That would be so much fun.
This is charging the mound.
This is
When
charging
you
the
ask me
mound.
a question back, you're charging the mound.
I like this. I like that. I like that a lot. I want to ask you, we have tonight on TNT, Colorado and this team called Edmonton.
The Avs, the
They're like
Oilers.
the Oilers
Connor
and the
McJesus.
Avalanche. Yes, Dude, and by the way,
He's good, man.
I saw like some tweets about McJesus. And I thought for a minute that it was like some new McGriddle.
That was his name.
Yeah, but it's all about some hockey dude.
Yeah.
So it's very, very fascinating. But I will tell you something. Colorado is minus 135. Another low total. Do you know Colorado won 56 games, only lost 19, and tied in 7?
But it's the playoffs now, John. You got to throw those stats out the window.
No, I'm not throwing them out the window.
Oh, you're going to keep them inside the car,
I'm
not throwing them out the
keeping
window.
inside my brain.
Wow.
And I don't know about these, but there's a guy named like Krumper or whatever.
Yeah, you got it.
Yeah, he's good, right?
Yeah, it's great.
He's a goaltender.
That's right.
Do you know what he does?
He stops goals.
He blocks the ball from going in the net.
He tends the goal.
He tends the goal. And I'm going to tell you something. He's better than the other guy, like Koshin Sin or something.
Yeah, that's like a fake name.
It's like he's not any good. And the Oilers are supposed to be an offensive team. Like they get out there on the puck.
Well,
and
I
they
don't
hit
know if you've seen the
balls.
scores, John. Pretty offensive.
Yeah, they're offensive. Like if you had the under.
That's right. That's right. That would offend you.
That would offend me because they scored what? It was 8-6 the first game.
Yeah. No.
14
Yeah,
goals?
8-6. That's right. They were up 6-0, or was it 9-7? It was something crazy. 8-6-9. They've played another one that was 9-7. That was against Calgary, though, I think.
I will say though, I think that the Avalanche, and I can't believe I'm doing this, I might pound that Jun inside.
Well, on the Avs.
Mm-hmm. What do you think? You're the hockey expert.
I'm an Eastern Conference hockey guy. I don't know as much about the West.
My goodness.
But I do think I think the Cavs are the best team in hockey. Connor, do you agree? Avs best team in hockey? Except for the Rangers, I knew I liked Connor. Except for the Rangers, the Avs are the best team in hockey. And so for that reason, Sean, I think it's a good bet.
So the Lightning, 2-time defending champions, they're not?
No.
No.
John, last year their championship was fraudulent because they had their 2 best players and a 3rd player not play the whole year, double season, COVID season, so back-to-back seasons. They didn't have their best players play the whole year, inserted them fresh into the playoffs when everyone else played the whole year, and then they win the cup. It was a cheap cup, John. It's a fraudulent 2 in a row. Don't read much into it. The Rangers are better. They're going to win that series. You can bet on that. Bet on the Rangers to win that series.
I could bet on 2 things in this world.
Yeah.
Sean McVay will not be coaching football very long. Did you see his extravagant wedding this weekend? Dude was biting the cake out of the trophy. It was like Lombardi cake at his wedding.
Wow.
Did you know he got married?
I do now. You just told me.
Dude, by the way, if you're rich and young, why are you getting married?
Well, John, not everyone shares your perspective. I think you've made very clear what your perspective is on this.
My perspective is very simple.
Yes.
There is a lot of sea in the fish. That's it.
I think it's the other way around. There's a lot of fish in the sea.
Yeah, whatever, dude.
There's only a few seas, but there's infinite fish, apparently.
Dude, you got me on that one. You're right.
Yeah.
Thank you for correcting. And by the way, what's an athlete?
That's nothing. An athlete is nothing.
Athlete.
There you go. John, you're getting better every day, man. I swear.
I'm working hard. But Sean McVay, by the way, he's over there biting cake, okay?
That's right.
What is going to be more of the hot Twitter handle? Sean McVay is what? Or Amber Heard is a turd? Because that's all I've seen all week. Poor Amber Heard. They made a fake GoFundMe. Did you see this?
What's the word that rhymes with McVay that you omitted there, John?
Sean
McVay is something.
I don't know if you
whey,
know this.
like protein. Is he Sean McVay is whey?
We'll just say he's not very smart.
Sean McVay by the Bay? Sean McVay by the Bay?
We're not going to do this anymore. And by the way, it's Gay Pride Month. I don't know if you know this.
What does that have to do with anything, John?
I just wanted to throw it out
there.
there.
Okay. All right.
I'm here for the people.
That's right.
I'm informing people. By the way, we have Ole Miss.
Harrison Bader, speaking of Gay Pride Month, John, wore a rainbow headband yesterday, John.
He has such beautiful hair. He should probably always wear a rainbow. Honest to God. Let's be real.
Good-looking guy.
If he was in this room, you wouldn't even be here right now. You'd be out there goo goo gaga going crazy.
Well, he would be in here, so I wouldn't go goo. I would be in here if I'm going goo goo gaga.
Oh, that's right. You're right. Well, you might have to leave.
Because he's too beautiful.
He's too beautiful to look at.
That's right.
By the way, do you think that he's the most cocky person in baseball?
Bader? No. Not as cocky as Acuna, but Acuna's great. I'm not saying Harrison Bader is anything like Ronald Acuna, but Ronald Acuna showed up umpires in AAA like it was his job.
And he did a really good job. By the way, the Braves.
You remember that video?
Yes, I did.
That was crazy.
By the way, the Braves actually had a pretty good weekend.
They
got
did.
a handle on their business.
Well, for now, let's relax.
Hey,
John,
I don't know if you know this.
John, you only have 25 seconds left before we're done with the show for today.
I just want to tell everybody out there in this world that I love you so much. I respect you. I hope you enjoy your Monday. Ole Miss baseball versus Arizona. It's coming up next. Get out there and make the world a better place. See you on the flip side. Peace.
You have opinions?
You bet.
Of course you do. Everyone does. Hit us up on the AutoZone listener line, 360-8255.
By now, you know that sound.